You're listening to the Culips English podcast. To download the study guide for this episode, which includes the transcript, detailed vocabulary explanations, real-world examples, and a quiz, visit our website, culips.com. CULIPS.com. Hello, everybody. My name is Andrew.
And I'm Jeremy.
And you're listening to Culips. Hey there, Jeremy. How's it going?
It's going pretty well for me, Andrew. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay, but I have an annoying mosquito bite on my ankle that's kind of driving me crazy.
Yeah.
It's mosquito season.
Those mosquitoes will get you.
They will get you. Yeah, they're
always out for blood.
Oh, yeah, they love it. And I'm kind of a buffet for mosquitoes. For whatever reason, they're really attracted to me. And I go jogging by a little stream in the evening, and I think I'm going to have to find a different place to jog because it's just crazy right now. There are too many mosquitoes at the stream.
That's unfortunate. Have you tried using mosquito repellent?
I think that's the next step. I'm always a little bit hesitant with that kind of thing. You know, I always think this can't be good for me, for my body to be absorbing this kind of chemical. But it's probably better than a mosquito bite, right? Save myself the pain.
Maybe, yeah. Some of them are better than others. Like lemongrass, things with lemongrass in it are good. Yeah, mosquitoes don't like lemongrass.
Okay, good tip.
Yeah.
I'll try it out and I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, maybe one of our listeners can give you some better tips for fighting off mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So everyone, if you have a home remedy or a special tip for keeping mosquitoes at bay, keeping them away from you, let us know. I would be super interested to find out any special techniques for getting the mosquitoes to stop.
Save Andrew, everyone. Save Andrew.
Help me. Well, Jeremy, let's change the subject completely because today we are actually doing a catchword episode.
Catchword.
Yeah, for people who don't know, Catchword is our vocabulary series where we teach interesting and useful idioms, phrasal verbs, and expressions. And the topic actually for this episode is that we will teach everyone how to use two English expressions that can be used when you're talking about other people's preferences or things other people like. But maybe you don't necessarily like it, but other people enjoy it. So how we can express this idea in English using two idiomatic expressions. But just before we get into it, I want to let everyone know that there is a study guide available for this episode. And if you would like to study along with that guide, just visit our website, culips.com, and you can find all the information there about how to access the study guide and what's included. It's a really awesome way to study with Culips, and we highly recommend it. So definitely visit our website, culips.com, for information about that study guide.
All right. So what are our expressions today, Andrew?
Well, our first expression is whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat.
Wouldn't that just be water?
Yeah, literally, it would be water. But we use this expression a little differently than that. It's not a literal expression, it's an idiomatic expression. And when we say whatever floats your boat, we're talking about something that makes someone else happy, someone else's preference, someone else's belief. Okay, it's not necessarily something that you like or that you support or that you believe in, but something that somebody else believes in or supports or makes them happy. That is whatever floats your boat.
So maybe if someone doesn't believe that lemongrass will deter mosquitoes, and I tell them that it does, maybe they could say this to me?
Yeah, exactly. That's a great example. So let's pretend that you have a conviction, a strong belief that lemongrass repels mosquitoes. So the lemongrass keeps the mosquitoes away. But I think that's a kooky idea. I think there's no way that can be true. All right. So maybe, Jeremy, you tell me, oh, Andrew, you need to try lemongrass. It's really effective. I could say, no way, man. But whatever floats your boat, like if you believe that, that's okay. But it's not for me. That kind of context we can use this expression in.
So when someone says this, usually they are disagreeing with the other person.
Yeah, there's an element of disagreement, right? It's a disagreement, but you're not arguing. You're open-minded, right?
Yeah.
I don't agree with you that lemongrass is effective for repelling mosquitoes, but that doesn't mean I'm anti-lemongrass, right? It's fine. I don't hate lemongrass. I just don't think it's for me. It's not something that I will believe in. So actually you hear this expression used often in debates and conversations about topics that are very divisive or that can divide people. So topics like politics, topics like religion, philosophy, lifestyle, right? In North America, where we have very multicultural countries, there are lots of different people mixed together that have different belief systems, different ways of living, different ideas, but we all have to live together. So, you know, your neighbor might do something differently. Maybe they eat a food that you think smells funny. You're like, oh, what?
Kimchi.
Yeah, okay. Like maybe you have Korean neighbors and they're eating kimchi and you've never tried kimchi before. So you're like, well, that's weird. Why would they want to eat that? It smells funny. You're like, whatever floats your boat. Like if you enjoy it, that's fine. I'm not going to eat it, but that's fine. You know, that kind of idea.
Or you could change the word your to their if you're talking about a group of people. Whatever floats their boat.
Right.
Whatever floats his boat. His boat, her boat, their boat. You can change the pronoun there.
Absolutely. That's a good point. Yes. So just to summarize, when you say the expression, whatever floats your boat, whatever floats their boat, his boat, her boat, etc., you're saying that someone else's preference or belief or lifestyle is different from yours and you don't necessarily agree with it, but you're open-minded and accept that it is appropriate for that person, just not for you. And with that being said, Jeremy, I think we can move on to the examples with this expression, whatever floats your boat. So let's take a listen to example number 1.
All right. Hey, Roy, your birthday is coming up soon. How would you like to celebrate?
Actually, I'm not really sure what I want to do, Charlie.
It's your birthday. We can do whatever floats your boat.
Well, then how about a big backyard barbecue party?
Sounds stupendous. Let's do it, man.
In that example, two friends, Roy and Charlie, talk about Roy's upcoming birthday party. Charlie says that Roy can do whatever floats his boat. It's his birthday, it's his party. He can do what he wants to. Okay, so this means when Charlie says that Roy can do whatever floats his boat, this means he can do whatever he likes. He can celebrate his birthday in any way he likes.
All right, let's listen to the second example for this expression.
I heard Jared just bought a new tractor for his farm.
Wow, he must be excited.
Yeah, he was talking about it all day.
Yeah, that guy sure is into farm equipment, isn't he?
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I don't really get the appeal, but whatever floats your boat, right?
In this example, two friends talk about an acquaintance of theirs named Jared. Jared is really interested in farm equipment and actually just bought a new tractor for his farm. Although the two friends don't understand or share Jared's obsession with farm equipment, they acknowledge that it's a totally fine hobby by saying, whatever floats your boat. This means that even though the friends don't get excited about farm equipment, they realize that it does make Jared happy, and there is nothing wrong with that.
Do you happen to know anybody in your personal life that has an obsession or a hobby related to farming equipment?
No, not really. I know one person who is a farmer, so he may be interested in farm equipment. But I don't know anyone who is into farm equipment as a hobby. Do you?
No, I don't know anybody either, but I saw a little video on YouTube about a guy that collects vintage farm equipment. He's really into antique tractors and vintage. I don't even know the name of the different machines that people use on farms.
Yeah.
Plows and hoes and all of those fun things. And I think that was the inspiration for this example.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can't imagine someone piling up farm equipment in their garage.
Yes, it's hard to imagine, but there's got to be that guy out there. There's a real life Jared somewhere in the world. I'm sure of it.
Jared, if you are out there listening to this episode, please let us know that you exist and send a picture of your favorite piece of farm equipment.
Right on. Let's move on to the second expression for today's episode, and that is to each their own. To each their own. To each their own.
This is a very, very useful one.
Mm-hmm. And actually, it's quite similar to whatever floats your boat, isn't it?
Yes, it's basically the same meaning, but to me, it feels like the nuance is a little different. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. When you say whatever floats your boat, you are open-minded to someone else's ideas or opinions or beliefs, but they're just not for you. But when you use to each their own, it's the same idea. You're saying that different people like different things, but I think when you use to each their own, you kind of disagree with the other person's decisions, what they like, what they believe. You're saying, oh, it's different from me, and I don't really like it.
That's a good point. It's almost like saying, I disagree, but to each their own, meaning I disagree, but it's okay. Whereas whatever floats your boat seems More like, if it makes you happy, that's okay. I respect your happiness.
To each their own is a fixed expression. It can't be changed. It's always to each their own. But I think one of the best ways for our listeners to get to understand the nuance of this expression is to listen to some examples. So why don't we listen to a couple of examples and we can explain the expression after listening to them?
Sure, good idea.
I'm cooking chicken feet for dinner tonight. You want some?
Come on, man. You know I can't stand eating chicken feet.
Why not? They're delish.
I tried them once and I just don't like them. Sorry, man.
Okay. To each their own, I guess. In this example, two roommates are talking about dinner. And one of the roommates is going to eat chicken feet for dinner. The other roommate thinks chicken feet are gross. He doesn't like them. However, he realizes that his roommate is allowed to like chicken feet if he wants. So he says, to each their own. Okay? So you can use the expression to each their own whenever somebody thinks differently than you do. And you realize that that lifestyle, that preference, that opinion, that like is okay, but it's not for you. You don't want to take part in it. So the roommate says, eating chicken feet is fine, but I'm never going to do it myself. And I think I hold this belief. Jeremy, do you like chicken feet? Are you a chicken feet fan?
No, I do not.
Yeah, I can't. I've tried chicken feet several times. Never been able to get into them. Don't know what it is.
Maybe it's the fact that they are chicken feet.
I think that's the main motivation behind my decision there. Yes.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Let's listen to the last example for today's episode.
Hey, let's go hiking tomorrow morning.
That could be fun. What time are you thinking?
I don't know, like maybe 6 a.m.?
What? Are you nuts? 6 a.m.? There's no way I'm getting up that early.
But mornings are the best time to go hiking. You can see the sunrise and everything.
Thanks, but no thanks. Sorry.
Okay, to each their own. In this example, two brothers talk about going on an early morning hike. One of the brothers wants to start the hike at 6 a.m., and the other can't understand why someone would ever want to wake up that early. We hear one of the brothers say, to each their own, in this example. He means that even though his brother doesn't want to get up early to go on the hike, he can understand why some people don't like waking up early, even though he himself prefers to get up early in the morning. So both these examples show this expression being directed at the other person. But we mentioned that it is always in the third person form. In fact, I think originally it was to each his own. And this there, or, the possessive form of they, came about when gender equality between men and women, became more important in societies that spoke English.
Yeah, I think that's a trend that we've seen in English over the last 50 years maybe, is the use of they and their, the different derivative forms of they, to be a gender-neutral pronoun in English.
And it is not plural. Although normally it is a plural pronoun, we use it now to indicate a single third person who could be a man or a woman. So it's just a non-specific gender pronoun, basically.
Yep, it's the pronoun for everybody.
Exactly. They.
They. that about wraps it up for today. I want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in, and we hope you learned a lot. And we'd encourage you to add these 2 expressions that we discussed today, whatever floats your boat, and to each their own, to your English vocabulary, because it will really make your English stand out, sound more natural, and more like a native speaker's. Once again, the study guide for this episode is available on our website, culips.com. That's also the place you can hear our back episodes, our previous episodes. So if you want to dive deeper into our archive, our library, just visit culips.com to do that. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, just send us a message. Our email address is contact@culips.com. We're also on social media on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. So just search for Culips English Podcast and you can find us that way. All right, everybody, that is it for today. We will talk to you next time. Bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Have you signed up for the Culips newsletter? You can receive updates on all the latest episodes, tips about learning English, and special Culips offers delivered directly to your inbox for free. To join, just visit culips.com and enter your email address at the bottom of the page.